The lady that God might put in your heart to marry, people might come and spoil your heart about her. Say, ah, useless. She's terrible. The family is poor. You know what? Consider. When you consider, you will be taken beyond the suggestions of men. And you'll be taken to a point where you afford the Holy Ghost is unimpeached. I think I told you about my wife. On our wedding day, we finished wedding. One of our people from the village said, hey, if I had told him, he wouldn't have allowed me come. That was. Meanwhile, the reason why I went to meet them was to thank them for coming. That was the feedback that came. As if I invited them. My mother said I should release money. She would bring her relatives, bring people. So I didn't invite them personally. I just saw them there. And that was the feedback that I got. When you consider, you go beyond the impute of men. And many years, when they found out that there was peace in my home, I never sent to any of them for wisdom. They said, we knew you. We knew. The way you are so quiet, so meek, we knew you will succeed. Don't ever follow a man. They will change their mouth, change. They'll say, this thing you are saying, we said, we don't remember. Meanwhile, you are killing yourself. When last did you consider? And I lifted up my voice. I said, what else do I need to do to move to the next phase? And I stayed on that for 7 days. And on the 7th day, the Lord came to me and said, if you say you are a giant, then take giant steps. The first giant step I was confronted with was my wife's school. I saved 9 million. I thought it was a lot of money. So I was speaking bold with the engineer. He said, okay, we'll put something here, we'll put something here. When they started digging the foundation and pouring cement, I said, somebody must have robbed me. Because the 9 million did not bring the building out of the ground. Those words came back to my ears again. If you say you are a giant. So at that time, God was waiting for me to believe in what I say about myself. What do you say? Yes, I believe I'm a giant. Then take giants. Then I went back to God. But you were the one that said I should start building. He said, yes. I said you should start building, not with your resources. See what your resources could do. You think when I say build, I was talking about you. What can you do? Every giant understands that without God, man is nothing. Then I keyed into God's strength. And he built that building before my eyes. I remember the first time I climbed the second floor. And I told him, I'm standing on you now. Because this is not me, this is you. The breeze came. The voice of the Lord came in a physical breeze. And he began to give me more insight. So when the time came, when the quantity surveyor came up with the embassy project, I said, we'll need so and so million. I said, let's go for it because I've been inoculated. Yes, the process of building that school was not about the school. It was about me being built up. I was too small. I was a small man in a big body. And God wanted to make me a big man in a small body. Please preach to your neighbor for me. Say, man without God is nothing. So my prayer point changed when I discovered that. That was spiritual knowledge. The next big step was Festival of Glory. When we did the calculation, the committee was very articulate. I knew again that we cannot fund it. Went back. I said, I hope you know 15 years ago you came and said, we will do a crusade called Festival of Glory. He said, yes, but you know what is in the account. He said, you are making the same mistake again. Who told you that your account can help? Because of your unbelief, don't take offering in that meeting. That's what. So I came to the committee, but I didn't tell them that the Lord said we should not take offering. I said, they have not paid salaries for 11 months. So it will be unthinkable for us to say we are taking offering. And I said, But I didn't know that I was paying for my unbelief. When we didn't take offering and we agreed as a team, that's when the money started coming. In that first crusade, we spent 5.6 million. That's unthinkable in my account. It's a sacrilege. And I saw the way of giant steps. It's not the steps of man or the abilities of man or the strength of a man, but allowing God lead the way. Then I now trusted God absolutely. And he showed me that he's not a man. He doesn't need the strength of an ox or the legs of a man. Oh, when I now understood this, he now said, I will make a way in the wilderness. Talking about the wilderness of my God. So I will make a way here in this wilderness. And I will cause rivers to flow in this desert. I will bring nations to your city. This will become a place of pilgrimage. Many from the nations of the world will come to learn my ways in the wilderness of this land. And the way that I will make will be a sign to all nations. The next giant step we want to take is to start a cable television. When we went to the company and said, okay, what services do you offer? They said, all right, this is the first bundle. The first bundle will cover Africa. Second bundle is this dollars. It will cover Africa, little Europe. Third bundle, which is the highest bundle, how many this dollars? It will cover the whole of Africa, some parts of the Middle East, some parts of Asia. I said, no, stop there. That's the one we want. Meanwhile, when I was telling the person, we don't have any dollar. Before this year comes to an end, you'll be there. When your face will be in Tunisia, they will see your face. When men bow and allow God the right of passage, even the little one will become 1,000. Small one will become a strong nation. And the least among them will become as strong as David. Some things, it is not prayer. There's another type of prayer you need to enter into some things. Because having applied all the principles, it will not work. And what you do, there are two words there. There's seek and search, which means inquire. Let me show you some examples of inquiry in the Bible. You try to get married and all the ways are blocked. It's time to inquire. There is a wisdom that you lack. There is an understanding that will come to you. John chapter 9 from verse 1 to 3. Jesus passed by. He saw a man which was blind from his birth. And his disciples asked him, this is inquire, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? That's inquiry. Now, it means the apostles had a little knowledge. In the lectures that Jesus gave them, Jesus told them that the man's sin can be the problem. So they said, all right, we'll have a typical situation. Based on your previous lecture, we know this is the work of sin. The diagnosis was what? Sin. Nothing else but what? So who sinned? Now this one was born so. Was it him? Where did he sin that he became counted against him? If he was born in this condition? Or is it his parents? This is inquiry. What did Jesus answer? Jesus answered, neither this man sinned nor his parents, but that the works of God should be made manifest in him. It means Jesus deliberately refused to give him eyes in the studio so that Jesus can come in time to give him eyes. Understand? When you seek, there are many things that are stagnant. They are not moving. Wise men conduct inquiry. Everyone here desiring marriage and it is seeming to be an impossibility. Can you go on a diet of inquiry? When that understanding came that it was not because of sin, but God deliberately allowed it so that he can show forth his glory. I hope you know the prayer point has ended. It is thanksgiving now. This is moving from knowledge to understanding. Understanding comes when we subject ourselves to inquiry. So one of the ways of the wise is what? Have you seen something happening in your life and it's cyclical? It goes, it comes back, it goes, it comes back. It is a call for what? Inquire. It means there is a mystery behind it that the Lord will have to unravel.